A year-long back and forth for the contract lands near the finish line. Hundreds of Rockford Public School educators sign off on a tentative agreement which awaits a final signature from district leaders. The Rockford Education Association says most of its members approved a tentative agreement with the district. Now WIFR's Nathaniel Langley looks into the deal that teachers and RPS 205 considers fair.
Daniel, the REA started its contract negotiation in March 2025. Through countless hours of bargaining sessions and the potential for a strike, the union's president feels it's arrived at a deal to put the district ahead of its neighbors.
One of the team members put it great.
Some Rockford Education Association members describe their possible contract with Rockford Public Schools as a fixer-upper.
It's got great potential and good bones.
REA President Claudia Marshall says an overwhelming majority of the union's 2,000 teachers, nurses, social workers, and more agreed.
And we're confident with what was presented to the membership, and the membership is confident with it.
The deal offers members salary increases of 4% for the first 2 years, then 4.5% the third.
To see the end in sight is an incredible feeling.
If approved by the school board, educators could see changes to parental leave, with the first 4 weeks non-deductible from earned sick days.
I know that there may be some who come to this district just for that offer.
The agreement doesn't include retroactive pay. The REA previously said the district owed teachers $3,000 each.
We've got the language the way that we want it for the contract.
The contract considers no retro as non-precedential in nature. It instead offers a $1,000 signing bonus for members who have worked for 20 years.
Anything that's in the contract that isn't being followed will be grieved.
In a statement, Superintendent Aaron Jarrett welcomed the REA's ratification, saying it reflects thoughtful conversations and shared commitment to supporting our educators.
We asked for 172 changes. That's a large ask.
But Marshall draws a lesson from the year-long negotiation.
Teachers persevere. This team persevered.
If this contract takes effect, it lasts through June 30th, 2028. Marshall expects the next contract won't take as long to achieve. She plans for the REA's negotiation team to meet quarterly to check on the deal and prepare for future negotiations.
Now, the RPS board, the school board, will host a special meeting for a vote on the contract. That starts at 5:30 Wednesday evening inside the district's administration building off 7th Street.